Both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the second year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's second down.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Whoa. He's checking. He's checking. Cracks.
Now Luck. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Out of the gun, Luck. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
I got one.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Right here. Hey, 57 colors. Lucky. Hayward.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 92 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Davian Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And Green with a catch left side.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From the 38, Luck. Green's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. This is Hines. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got him on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Here's Hines. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They'll run it with Mack, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Throwing his Luck. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Fans, a reminder, coming up tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, a couple of teams try to get back to the playoffs after extended absences. The Browns and the 49ers, obviously a much longer absence for the Browns, but in any case, a good one from the Bay Area tomorrow night. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Yellow, I'll go on, 80. You better bring it. Let me know.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down now. It's Hines, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. Now it's Luck off the bootleg. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, here's Love. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Luck. He's going to air it out deep for Green. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with Hines. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And he takes it in for a Colts score. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. A shotgun snap for Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Mahomes going to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Collect! Move!
Here's Mahomes to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Strip that ball.
Mahomes now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kevin Pierre-Louis. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On the toss, here's Williams.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Look out! 390! Check safety! Go ahead.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Brandon Williams, a big tackle, gets him down. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile. From the end zone, Locke. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Let's go! Let's go!
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Yellow. Here we go again. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Now Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They run again with Hines.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and 4. Luck now to throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. They'll run on first down. Hines. Darren Lee there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Mack. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely picked his lane, and this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 52. Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year. And he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down, Love looking deep for Hilton. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, Locke. Looking deep for Hilton. He's got a man, complete. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The throw by Luck complete to his tight end, Ebron. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now it's Hines. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
They send Green to the left on his own. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Critical extra point up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes caught. Kelsey, left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. 15, 15.
53 exit. Check 53 flight. All day, punt. 53
Touchdown.
53 check.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Justin Houston. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
12.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've insured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Tight dog. Slam.
Check 13. Check 13. Ship.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines with time running out. And the Colts have taken the lead.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Easy. Hey, Sunday.
He'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Mahomes. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. One final try for Mahomes. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Well, we saw a close game that